Hi, and welcome to Not So Creative. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to do a Picot Bind Off, a lovely decorative finish that adds a delicate edge to your knitting. It's perfect for finishing shawls, cuffs, baby garments, or anytime you want a bit of flair. I like using it for necklines on my summer tops, so let's get started. The Picot Bind Off creates a series of little points or loops along your edge. You can make them more subtle or more dramatic depending on how many stitches you cast on between picots. It adds a stretch and texture, and it's easier than it looks. Here I have a sample of 20 stitches on my needle. So to start, we need to bind off 2 stitches, or the amount of stitches you would like between the picots. This will result on how distant the picots will be from each other. Now, using the cable cast on method, we need to cast on 2 stitches. For this, just bring the yarn through the first loop, as if to knit, but don't drop the stitch. Place it on the needle like this, and repeat the process to cast on the second stitch we need. Now we have to bind off both of these stitches. For this, I will knit both the stitches first. Pass the first stitch over the second. Knit the following stitch and then bind off the second stitch, which is the one we just casted on. Now we have just made our first picot. This is how it looks like. Once you have worked one picot, we have to make the separation. So, as before, we are going to bind off the same stitches at the beginning. In my case, I bound off 2 stitches on the start. So, I'm gonna bind off 2 more stitches here, like this. Once this is done, we can start knitting the next picot. For this, we repeat the process. Cast on 2 stitches with the cable cast on method, like this. Bind them off, both stitches, and then we bind off the stitches we need to separate the picots. In my case, 2 stitches. Great! Now we have to continue like this until all the stitches are bound off. If you want larger picots, you can cast on 3 or 4 stitches instead of 2. It's all about the look you prefer. Or even, you can make them far apart. Just bind off more stitches in between before you cast on the new stitches for the picots. Once you reach the end of your row, bind off the last stitch and weave in your ends. Give the edge a gentle block to help those picots pop. And that's how you do a picot bind off. I love how this technique transformed a simple project into something special. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment down below. Would you use this edge on a shawl? Or maybe a baby sweater? Let me know. Happy knitting, and I'll see you in the next video.